progress without opposition. Sometimes the opposition comes from the most unsuspecting places. The devil is evil. He don't fight fair. This thing in life, that's not fair what they saying about me. That's not fair what they doing about me. It wasn't fair how they did Jesus, but they did it anyway. You are not going to get away through this thing called life without opposition. Be careful when you hear something that's laid out to be the truth. And because the person that's telling you what they say is true is speaking eloquently, don't be deceived by that. There are some people who know how to lie so well. They know how to sprinkle in just enough truth and wrap it inside their lies where they got you thinking that somebody telling the truth. You can't be righteous and negative at the same time. Righteous people do righteous things. Godly people do godly things. If the person you are talking to is talking ungodly, stop when they try to tell you they are from God and of God, because that ain't the truth. The voice of God does not have sin in it. When you are listening to anybody that's trying to make you think that they anti-Illuminati or any of this, be very careful, because God's voice does not have sin in it. If you are of God, speaking from God, you will not do anything that's ungodly, period.
All right. Salute to everybody, man. We back at it, man. This is the first and the one upload of many, many more of the Cross Your Heart podcast with your boy Cross on it. We got the Plug podcast 1, 2, and we also got Cross Your Heart. So salute to everybody. Y'all tap into this, man. Y'all, let's run these numbers up on this channel. Soon we're going to get this monetized and we're going to do numbers again for 2024. Man, I got my man Ja in the building. Salute to my man Ja in the building. We're going to break this down real fast and we ain't going to be long. So salute to Ja, man. Salute, Ja.
Peace and blessings to the kings and queens of Power Universe. You already know, Cross. This how we do it, man. Got to deliver. 2024.
Exactly.
We want to definitely make sure we strive to get more. You heard?
Come on, man. So you just heard that video. You heard Steve Harvey say it ain't God. And when they speak on anti-Illuminati, you got to be careful. Ain't no sins. You got to be a good person. Now, I know that you understand the business, and I know that the business is the business. You got to be careful with your craft because people will take your stuff. Now, based off what he said, is it hypocritical for him to use saying God, not saying God is true, because we all know there's the truth and there's a truth with a little bit of lie. So he added some truth in there. Now I want you to break it down and tell me what you think and what you heard of how he presented that. And this is in response to Cat Williams.
Right. Well, in response to Cat Williams, he had to, at some point, make a response or give rebuttal to what was given to as a response about him. Cat Williams. Mind you, Cat never spoke about them first. They spoke about him first. And so his statements were a response. Steve Harvey is now giving a rebuttal, or what, the educated would call, trying to save face or, enact collateral damage. But this is where Steve Harvey has been placed in a position of. Now, mind you, you got to remember, we live in an age of receipts that are electronic. So when you say something one day,
that's right. Come on now.
Remember,
that's right.
You got to account for those words later. So what has been already said, we already know. Cat Williams ain't say nothing we didn't already know. We just never questioned it or had a dialogue in depth or from one that has actually been intricately intertwined to witness it.
So I have a question for you. Like I said, I mentioned the business and how the business is, and like even Bernie Mac even said it. Be careful, because these people, you can't be around great comedians or quote unquote what people think great comedians, because they will take your material, right? So my question to you is, why would they not think that they would get caught? And I know that you understand the business. Do they expect that, oh, I'm going to slide through this life and nobody will find out? Or did they ever expect? I want to hear from your point of view, especially in the business. Do you think they ever expected to get exposed? And because the person is so powerful, the receipts are there. They thought he probably would have been the last one to say something. I don't know. I just want to know what your perspective is on one is would they not have thought they weren't going to get caught?
Well, you got to remember that the activity, like I said, the sources that we are, referring to. Steve Harvey has his own history in the industry as well as Cat Williams. So Steve Harvey's track record, spans 3 decades or 3.5 decades. So the things that you did in the 80s and the 90s, we never foreseen the social exposure of the internet. In the 80s and 90s. So we were doing stuff back then. You could do stuff and get away with it because people wouldn't catch up to you. It's like you and I both have a secret.
Yeah.
And you and I have a secret because we witnessed the same thing. However, I have access to mass media. You don't at the moment. I tell mass media the secret. Now it's my knowledge. I get accredited for the knowledge. Although you already knew it because you were there. As a matter of fact, you were the one that elaborated on the subject, which allowed me to have enough dialogue to be respected in mass media. However, tides change. 20 years later, they find out that you plagiarized my statements that we made in private or in the company of others that the public didn't know. So now I have to come back now.
So, okay, hold on. This is a good one because we're going to close it out here. But my question to you is, that's powerful. You said that what he did was he plagiarized the statements amongst the secret. So the question would be is, did he think that everybody that was in this secret would protect those three? Like so far, he talked about Tiffany Haddish, Cedric Entertainer. What's so funny is nobody's even mentioned. You ain't heard D.L. Hughley say nothing. I wonder what he would have said about D.L. Never mentioned D.L. D.L. didn't even respond. He said, I heard Cat.
Well, it's like this. D.L. never said nothing about Cat Williams. Cat Williams only addressed the people that addressed him. Which gives credibility to those who are logically thinking. If you remove yourself emotionally and have no bias in your viewpoint of this matter, then you will see that one person has a credibility of integrity. He hasn't sidestepped, he hasn't curveballed, he hasn't deviated or diminished anyone else that wasn't involved when an admonishment unto him in his career. So he's just a man that's functioning on independent legs, that's able to speak the truth that many others know, many others have critiqued, have suggested, have really opinionated upon, but have never concisely with confidence confirmed. So now someone has confirmed it. And now those things that were happening and that has happened, you either defend it with receipts of truth, which no one hasn't been able to do. No one has called him a liar. They've called him deranged.
That's true. That's true.
No, they said
he's on drugs.
Right. They said all of these other things, but no one has said, hey, I can prove that he's lying. No, even Ricky Smiley brung his manager on the radio.
Did you see? I don't know, and I hate to cut you off. Did you see Ricky Smiley? That's what I wanted to get into. Ricky Smiley's a video out where Ricky Smiley was making his tea or his coffee, and he walked off the camera and broke down crying on the live just the other day.
Well, like I said, sometimes we have to deal with the consequence of what we do and who we side with, especially in this industry, bro. This industry is, it's a great thing visually, but it can be a very bad, sad, horrible, evil thing morally. So
like that.
When you start dealing with the activity of your conscience based upon retribution and consequence, then we get these emotional outbursts. We get these deflecting narratives of Steve Harvey just gave, and God ain't got nothing to do with this. We ain't speaking nothing about God in this instance of your behavior.
Right.
Where was God at when Bernie Mac felt the way that Cat Williams was talking?
Or the Ocean's 11, or the fact that Steve tried to steal Ocean's 11.
Where was the God in you when Bernie Mac felt the way that his daughter, Ed Lover, and Cat Williams all witnessed that he felt? And you know he felt it because he felt it towards you. And Bernie Mac was no man to bite his tongue. You feel me? Southside from Chicago. No man to bite his tongue. He never did it. He never changed. So, of course, he told you and you knew. And he also spoke to the youth as he was doing in that YouTube video, educating them on what to do and what not to do. Young boy that's fresh in the industry, don't be spitting all your rhymes back in the green room in front of the vets. They be on stage rapping, they be on stage recording a rap on your lyrics. That's what he was telling them in comedy. It's the same thing. It's all entertainment, but entertainment is a competition because it's a business.
Man,
so
on that,
keep in mind. That's all, my brother. We have to keep that in mind. There's no integrity in business because ain't no friends in business.
Man, I love this, man. So we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here. Man, I appreciate my guy Ja. We got some other ones we're gonna upload. Y'all stick with us, man, because this thing is going up. I appreciate Ja coming in. Ja, you want to say anything to the crowd?
Bro, I just want us to always put God first in our thoughts before we conduct our actions. And that'll allow us to be responsible and cognitive of our actions when we're conducting ourselves and behaving ourselves in any environment. So what you do today, as long as you live, shall be heard tomorrow. So speak wisely, think wisely, but even more so, do wisely, and you'll be considered accredited by God's favor.
Come on, man. And on that note, y'all check us out, man. Hit that like button, comment, share, subscribe. Y'all know what to do. Y'all check my man Ja out at From the Mind of Ja on YouTube. Y'all subscribe to him. And we out. Peace.
Peace.